Yo, what up, Guitkit family? It was a terrible, dreary winter day outside, man. Just horrendous, man. Just freezing cold outside. Oh, I got like 4 or 5 projects I've started, and each one of them has like 2 parts outstanding, man. Doesn't that suck? I'm dying to Guitkit, man. I'm just dying to do something. And you know, I feel a little bit of that inner peace, and I hope all you out there have found inner peace too. Have found love and cherished life within themselves. So dig that, man. But I want to talk to you about a friend of mine that about 15 years ago, when I bought this house, he came to me. He's like, "Yeah, I don't want to lose these things, man. I'm gonna store them here," because I was the first one to have like a stable base, you know, all the crazy wrecking crew, right? So we put it. It was his first bass he ever got. His dad bought it for him, so it was special, and he put it in his closet, and here it sat. Now, about 10 years ago, we were having a couple of beers. He's like, "Hey, man, let's take a look at that bass." And I remember this bass, and toward the end of its life, you know, the electronics didn't work. There's some dead frets on it, man. It was all fucked up. So we took this bass out, and that was like, you know, 10 years less computers and crap in his closet. And I remember that the inner lining of this was made out of like foam rubber, and it like had like crumbled into like dust, and totally like almost like destroyed the guitar. And he just closed it up, and he's like, "Man," he's like, "I might as well not have even brought it to you, man." I felt bad about it. So this guy is a real character, and I'm gonna try to coax him out onto the show, man, by fixing his guitar, because I love him, and I want to, you know what I mean, do something good in the new year. So here we go, folks. Let's do some Guitkitting, man. Man, my kids are the best, man. That's what I'm talking about, feeling inner love. You know what I'm saying? Love my kids, man. Love life, you know what I'm saying? So here it is. It's gonna be like an unboxing, unopening. I haven't seen this guitar in 10 years. Last time this case was opened, it was like dastardly horrible. Let's take a look to see what's going on inside this bad boy. I'm almost scared, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy crap. This thing's fucked up, man. It's an Epiphone. The Epiphone Korean line that came in white and black. I actually had the Strat copy, like, you know what I'm saying? This is like their P-bass copy. I had it in black. That was my first electric guitar. This is his first bass. It was going around at the time, I guess. Man, this thing is all fucked up. It's turned like a vintage yellow, though. That's cool. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. Holy shit. Well, the case is fucked. That's one thing I can say. I don't know what the hell. I'm not a case fixer. I'm not going to bother trying to fuck with this dude's case. But I'll get this guitar playing again. I don't know about right away. I might need to get all new electronics for it, but I'm going to keep it looking as close to it. You know what I mean? I remember years ago telling me he should modify it. He got all like, "Well, I don't modify it." That was years ago, man. But I'm going to keep it exactly the way it is. Only clean it up and fix it up and do some fret works on it. So let's get this guy cleaned up here. Kind of brush it off a little bit, done a bit of an assessment on it. And electronics are totally dead. There are some buzzing frets. There's some frets that, you know what I mean, are action's real high. This thing needs to be completely disassembled. Cleaned, you know what I mean, extremely well. You know what I mean? Scrubbed. And just, you know, take a look at those components and the electronics, probably see what needs to be ordered. The pickups probably are shot. I mean, there's nothing coming out of anything. So, other than that, I mean, cosmetically, the guitar is in pretty good shape. And all it needs is a little bit of TLC, and I think we can get this guy back to 1000%. So let's take it apart, man, and we'll come right back out when it's totally in pieces. No disassemble! No disassemble! Number 5 is alive! So when you're taking apart a guitar, you know what I mean, for this type of a project, the easiest way to do it is just to loosen the strings and take the neck off. Because once you get like A and B disconnected, everything sort of comes flush. So let's, my fat stomach in the shot. Just loosen the strings until they're sort of, you know what I'm saying,
So you can pull them right off, especially a bass. You know what I'm saying? Now, these strings actually look pretty good. I might just boil these bad boys because they look like he replaced them. And I think he did replace them like right before one of the frets died out. So just gonna slacken the strings and pull them out. And should have done this before I started filming. You know what I mean? Because now you gotta watch me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to watch an old man like me. Let me just put this on pause. There's all kinds of like dust falling off this thing. So we got the strings, you know what I mean, off. Now I got a little box here, like a little shipper box. I like to, when I'm doing a guitar, I put like all the parts I pull off of a particular guitar, so nothing gets, if you got multiple guitars going on, you don't want anything to get, you know, mixed in the thing. So now we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna take this neck off with a big DeWalt screwdriver. It's the best thing to pull these Fender necks off with. Makes quick work of these big nails. Big nails, man. 90 Dykstra. Talking about the box, I just throw it right on the table. I'm a real conscientious motherfucker. Made in Korea. See that? Yeah, this thing's really hit some serious oxidization, man. The finish, the paint, everything, man. All that gas is escaping from that styrofoam, you know what I'm saying? All around us, man. Human-made convenience catastrophe, bro. We're doomed. You're like, shut the fuck up, man. Why doesn't this guy have that feature? It speeds up. We gotta sit here, listen to this guy talk about this conventional bullshit. All right, so we're almost here, folks. I just wanted to see me like cracking this guitar in half. So we got the neck plate off. Oh boy, look at that, stuck. See that? You can see the original color there. We just pull this off like this. Ooh. It's like stuck on here. Anyway, we got it off. Got this guy off. So we're gonna pull these tuners off, clean them up, and let's get these electronics off. I'm gonna put you on pause and do those electronics. All right, so we got all the screws out with a little screwdriver. Man, I've worked on guitars that are like 200 years old, and they're cleaner than this. This thing is disgusting, and all the like little grit, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, has turned into like something else. I'm gonna take this guy off too. We're gonna just take all these screws and set them like in a vat of WD-40 after we're done getting this guy off for a little while. That's long. Thumb resting, man. I'm thumping my thumb rest. Thumping it hard. Alright. So pick the heart. This is 3. Cheesebird Electronics. We're just going to replace them, I think. There's something wrong with them. Let's test these guys out and see if we're getting a reading. Actually, just be real dirty, man. So I'm getting a reading on this pickup. Let's take a look here. See if I can reproduce the science here, folks. So we go right to the red and black ground. See that? About 14, 15, something like that. That's about P bass. That's about right. 2 pickups, 7 each. Yeah, man. I think it's good. I got this fella. I'm gonna spray this down. If you take a look here, take a good look. How disgusting. Let me see if I can take a good look at those electronics, man. Take a good look how disgustingly. Look at that. I want to replace that jack. So let's spray these down with this straight out. Shit out of them. And let's just unsolder that jack. Let that clean off, bubble up all that shit. And let's just replace this jack, get that jack out of there. And that way we can, you know what I mean, disconnect this assembly from here, the assembly from God. See you on the flip. So there we go, man. We got it desoldered. It's free, man. We're free. Look at this volume pot. Holy Christmas. Looks like it was like the volume pot on the Titanic or something, man. Look at that. Look at that volume. Look at that volume jack, man. It's just a big rust bucket. I'm getting some weird readings on the multimeter, you know what I mean, with this. You know what I mean? So it's got to be replaced. I might as well replace that. I mean, this is pretty cheap stuff. So we're going to take that little harness off. And we're going to clean up this pick guard. Clean up this body, man. Oh, get those strings off. We're going to boil those bad boys. And let's just go about our business with this. Let's get these electronics taken care of. So we're going to pop these guys off. We're going to keep, putting on rust reform and WD-40 on any components you're putting back on it because you don't want that rust to spread. It's like cancer. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this de-electronicized. Always take pictures, too, of your electronics. You want to wire it up the same way. All right, folks. Nothing to see here. Alright, man. We got this cleaned up. We used just basic Windex. You know what I mean? Fake Windex. You know what I mean? Cleaned it up. But we actually use that to clean the body. This is a poly body. You know what I mean? So we'll use that to clean it. We're not going to use furniture polish because it's not really a wood finish. More like a plastic sort of finish. So we've gotten these rotten components. You know what I mean? We've taken them out. We got the soldering gun hot as Hades there. We're using the exact same components. See, this is all this thing is just done. So we're using the exact same. I got the exact same thing. I got a nice little switch over there, little jack. So we're gonna get that in. We're just gonna do this all in one. We got a WD-40 vat soaking all the stuff that had any rust contamination. We're just gonna treat everything. You know what I mean? All the screws that have any kind of oxidization. I've come to the determination this was not from. This is from the gas coming off that foam in the case. You know what I mean? It's supposed to protect the guitar, and it ended up attacking the guitar. Because everything else in that closet, you know what I mean? All those old electronics, they all still work, and they've been in there just as long, for the most part. And there's no other oxidation on anything else. So it was definitely the gases, you know what I mean, deteriorating inside that case. I remember when he bought that case, he told me, he's like, this case, I could throw it off the top of the World Trade Center and it won't break. Yeah. Alright, so let's get this guy. We're just going to do a running thing. We're going to clean up that body, clean up everything, and then we'll get to the neck. Get this guy, resoldered up. Alright, so I'll see you when we're almost done with the body there. Here we go, folks. So look at that, nice clean new electronics. The body's nice and clean. So we're gonna flip this back over, carefully put it in. We're gonna throw this stuff in the garbage. We don't want to, you know what I mean? We don't want anybody to think that it's good, man. So let's start getting this guy assembled. Let's go flip this over, screw it down, and let's get working on that neck. Alright, so now that the body and the electronics are pretty much just a heartbeat away from being done, we're going to want to get this neck back into gear. Now, the way we're going to do it with the neck, we're going to make sure it's straight. We'll just take a yardstick. You don't need no special tool, man. Put it up against the nut, straight up against the butt of the guitar there. And see, we got a sag in the middle, man. A sag in the middle when we're up against that fret right there. Generally is a forward bow. So we're going to have to do the truss rod, get this guy as straight as we can get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes they've been like this a while. You're not going to get it perfect, but get it as straight as possible. Then we're going to take a sanding block on the frets, even all the frets down. And you've seen that trick. I've done that trick a million times. You just take the magic marker, go down this line, the sanding block until you have no more magic marker. You know what I mean? Just check it out. I mean, it's definitely a known trick, folks. And, then we'll take these tuners off, give them a nice scrub, put them back on there, and clean this guy up. And then we'll start reassembling, right? Oh my God. Folks, cleaned up. This tuner's all scrubbed up. It's beautiful. Back on there. Neck is straight as an arrow. Filed down those frets. You know what I mean? All evened out. Gorgeous. Looks good, man. Looks great. About to bring these guys upstairs to boil them. I'll show you a little piece of that. Got the body over here, chopped and screwed, man. I'm not even going to bother doing the tap test. I'm certain those electronics are going to work. Just seeing the ugly components we took out of there, I'm not even going to bother. Isn't that ballsy, man? Ballsy, guys. So let's start getting the final assembly on this guy. I just want to show you this My friend's a character, man. He really is. This is something I overlooked when I took it apart. My man left a little time capsule. He left a little time capsule when he first got his guitar. There's a way that, you know what I mean, will beat your ass if you find your store. Look at that. Titan. I remember that was the name of it. Titan. He put the date in there, too. My man is a character. Look at that. That's my man Mike. 9992, folks. A long time ago in the galaxy far, far away. I'm going to put that back in there and screw this guy back on. Time capsule's intact, Mikey. Hey, character. I'll see you guys when we're about to boil them strings up. Folks, let's talk about burling these strings now. If you are a married guy like myself with a million guitars, you know what I mean? You're going to want to do this when your wife is not around. All right, very important if you're, wanting to stay married. So, you're going to take these strings, put them into like a nice chicken pot. Make sure they're in the bottom there. Get some dishwashing detergent. You use powder if you want. This stuff is like formulated to break down like grease. You know what I mean? Organic. You know what I mean? Build up. That's what, you know what I mean? They're always saying on TV. Anyway, I have a little carafe of pre-boiled water to get this action in gear, man. Boy, that all they cover up them strings. Cover them up. Just cover up like Watergate, man. Water base. And we put this on a pert. We turn it on. Always keep it in the back of the stove in case your wife comes in. Says, what the hell are you doing? Like, oh, I'm making dinner. She was like, no, you're not. So, you know what I mean? You could just sort of hide it in the back there. So we're going to let that burl up 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to come back and like show you afterward. Maybe I will. Peace. Now, every once in a while, you're going to want to take this is called a string rotation device. And you're just going to want to stir it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Get those guys. See all that crap that's coming off of them? Yeah. Yes, we're going to boil this down and we're going to put it on top of toast. So once every couple minutes, you know what I'm saying? Peace. Just a little while, man. You don't want to go too long. See the clock? Rewind. See, look at the clock again. See all that crap coming off them? We're about done. We don't want to weaken the intensity of these strings. They are older strings. Let's use our tool. Now we have a rag, a very absorbent rag, waiting patiently for the transfer. Right? There. Got another rag all above the half-ass grade. These are going to be, you know what I mean, substantial rags. And you're just going to dry it off, pat it off. You know what I mean? It's going to uncurl. So just let it dry naturally after you know what I mean, gotten all the grease remnants off. You know what I'm saying? They're going to play real bright now. So that's cool, you know what I mean? Let them dry for at least an hour, 2-3 hours before you put them back on the guitar. And that's this. You're going to want to clean it up before your wife gets home. Peace. That's from experience, people. Right on, we got it fully assembled. While we wait for those strings to dry out, we're going to let them dry out completely. We just did the final like assembly. For these knobs, clean them off. You know what I mean? Fine grade steel wool. You know what I mean? That's good for all the chrome pieces, you know, including the neck plate. You know what I mean? We got him looking shiny again. So that's, you know what I mean. Also on those tuner heads, we use that as well. So that's a little hint for you. Now we're gonna do a little bit of spot cleaning with a magic eraser, a little piece of that, and we're gonna use this Windex substitute and take, you know, work at the little areas. I saw a little scum patch over here, if you can see that. And I saw some like just mess, you know what I mean, over here. So we're just going to clean that mess up and try, but we don't want to break through this patina. This patina is gorgeous. Figure this is a 28-year-old guitar right from the early 90s. Remember this Jazzmaster we made? This is supposedly, we simulated an early 60s sort of, you know what I mean, patina on it. Look, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like twice as dark. That's what it should be. 30 years more. Right? So this is a natural, real patina. You know what I mean? From that weird styrofoam, you know, case, whenever that stuff was foam rubber, man, whatever that was, a mitten. You know what I mean? Helped along the. And he abused this guitar. I remember him bringing this thing down to the beach, man. He was just a savage with it. So we're to try to track him down. I don't know if we will be able to get a hold of him, but you know, he's an elusive guy. I like the elusive friends. So we're going to get him, hopefully try to make him jam out with us. Don't know if we'll do it. But we had a good time fixing up his guitar, and at least, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We had some kind of like little dialogue with ourselves. So I'll see you with the glam shots. Just a little bit of Mom's Carnauba wax. Give it some shine. And it looks great, you know what I mean? And there it goes, man. Old Accu Bass from the early 90s. First bass guitar of a good buddy of mine. Sitting in my closet for 15 years. Considering the guitar is almost 30 years old and it's been in my closet for like 16, 17 years. It's spent more of its life actually in my closet than it was as a bass. But it came out great, man. I'm so happy that we were able to clean it up and get it working again. Sounding good. So here we go, folks. 1992-ish. Epiphone P-Bass copy. Accu Bass, looking as good as it can. You can pick one of these up, you know, on a reverb. You know what I mean? Still for like $100, $120. Guitar Center, eBay. I mean, they're pretty cheap, easy to come by. The Accu Bass, man. The Accu Bass. So, let's get on with the music, shall we? I tracked them down, man. Good friends and good times, man. That's what it's all about. Here's some mid-90s madness for you. There I am with my 60 Gretsch clipper. There's my boy Mike C. with that Accu Bass, man. Hear this. We was like peas and carrots, Michael and I. We were always jamming. Look at that, man. Look at that hairstyle. A serious, you know, 90s craziness. I'm telling you, that Accu Bass was like his right hand, man. Dug these pictures out of the closet. He's coming over in a few, man. So, look at the bass mark there. Little bass mark in the corner, man. And I told you when I was, you know what I mean, in 92, there's Bobby G on his birthday, 92, I also got one of those Epiphones. There's one I was telling you about. I'm going to get it out of the closet, and we're going to jam out for you all. See this? Between like 93 and 95, I switched teams, man. Messed the Yankees. The Davy Johnson regime was over, man. A long time ago. So that was one of my main guitars back in the day. It was my first electric guitar also. He's coming over, man. My man MC on the bass guitar. Let's give you a little taste of our Epiphone adventures many years later. So now we're actually trying to have that do something for you all. Hopefully it'll sound okay. That's it, folks. The Accu Bass been restored. God bless you all. And remember, Puerto Rico, folks. The case. Remember you said you throw it off the Empire State Building or World Trade Center? The case.